Excerpt from Bloody Urn, Chapter 13. After reviewing the file, Mondo had decided to leave the conclusion of the cause of their deaths to God. They would have a memorial for them anyway and move on. He didn't really want to hear about the supernatural or vampires. He'd seen enough evil during his years in law enforcement. Detective Loyal would not have that luxury. Although their bodies had disappeared, all four of them, he still had a lot of evidence. It was just not enough to indict anyone. Not yet. In the meantime, he would still keep an eye on Dark Dynasty. Someone had to. Even though the case was on hold, he could not get that haunting picture of the woman in purple out of his mind. Chemistry trumps Kama Sutra. Finally, the evening of Benedictus and Alexa's dinner date had arrived. He was dressed in a casual matte gold silk shirt and black slacks. The shirt brought out the color of his eyes. Alexa wore a deep violet tube dress with a long matching shawl, exposing her shoulders at times. They dined at a small, quiet restaurant that served the local cuisine, northern Italian dishes. Their conversation revealed the many things they had in common. The evening went on as though they were dancing a tango, moving closer and closer to each other. It was clear that their chemistry was creating an undeniable bond between them. A faint whisper of fragrance lingered all around them. They seemed to be in a trance. As he walked her to her hotel room, they held hands. She could feel her heart beating harder and harder as they approached the door. When they turned to face each other, they kissed. It was a kiss so deep that she almost felt dizzy. "May I walk you to your room?" he asked, "Please." As they went up the elevator, she felt butterflies in her stomach. She opened the door and asked him to come in. The room was not extravagant, but it was quaint. It almost reminded him of the last time he'd been with Callista. When Alexa spoke, he quickly dismissed the thought of her. "I have some good sherry here. Would you like some?" She had already started pouring. She did not want him to leave. "I would love some." She made a toast as they both took a sip. "Here's to new friendships." After she drank her sherry, he took her hand and kissed it. Then he proceeded to kiss her arm and her neck, then her lips. That kiss lasted a long, long time. There was a fire in the room and it was not in the fireplace. Suddenly, they were ripping each other's clothes off. Eventually, they ended up in the bed and made love continuously for several hours. Alexa's dream had come true. Benedictus had shown her what true ecstasy was. She did not want it to end. Sadly, when she awakened, he was gone. He did leave her a note. Alexa needed to talk to someone before she talked to him again. She had the morning after jitters, so she dialed her favorite cousin, Olga. "Alexa, how was your date with the wolf-eyed man? I am still trembling with orgasmic joy. Orgasmic joy. That is a new one. Is he the king of the Kama Sutra or what?" Forget the Kama Sutra. This was not just sex. This was pure chemistry. "I feel like I have known him all of my life. Tell me more. What's in the note? Should we be planning a wedding?" Thank you for listening to this excerpt from Bloody Urn by Raquel Zepeda Fitzgerald. Bloody Urn is book 2 in the Nocturnals series. A Goodreads reader wrote, "Fast-paced, fun and furiously witty, Bloody Urn is the perfect escape for these uncertain times. Brilliant." Bloody Urn is available on Barnes & Noble and Apple Books. For more information, please go to rzfbooks.com.